Retailers are being encouraged to offer unique shopping experiences to capture more customers and stave off competition from other markets like Johor Bahru. Industry players believe that when the Johor-Singapore RTS link launches next year, it will take a slice of the consumer market away from Singapore. The Singapore Retail Association is also pushing to increase retailers' ability to hire more foreign workers to tackle the manpower shortage. Nadirah Zaidi speaks to the president of the SRA for more.
Manpower has been an issue for the retail industry, and I understand that you want to increase the dependency ratio ceiling. What are you expecting, and have you been receiving a lot of applications from foreigners wanting to work, and did you have to turn them away?
As you know, a lot of Singaporeans are not too favorable in getting to be a frontline retailer. So it got to be supplemented by foreign workers in the service industry. The issue with that is the dependency ratio within the retail sector is limited at 35%. That means for 100% of local, you can only hire 35% foreign. We request the government to look into this to see whether they can increase the ratio from 35 maybe to be on par with the manufacturing sector of 60%, the manpower costs. The progressive wage model at the retail industry is into the third year. There's a subsidy from the government at the moment. The first year was a 75% subsidy, second year was a 50%, and this year is now to 30%. We again request and hope that the government will look into the subsidy for the small businesses to increase it from 30% perhaps to 50%.
Okay, so let's talk about a topic that everyone's interested in, JBSEZ, and also the upcoming RTS link. How do you think it will redesign shopping habits, and how are retailers preparing for JBSEZ and also the upcoming RTS link?
We will definitely, as an association, encourage our members to move into Malaysia on their back end. Their warehousing, their procurement, and even their services like finance and administrative function. That will help to reduce the cost of doing business in Singapore. The first phase will definitely get affected are services. Your spa, your eye, your facial, your hair, where you take the train in and you do whatever, you fill up the stomach and do your services and you come back. And also we anticipate high-ticket items where you go in and you order and you don't have to bring it back. Vendor will ship it to you. Subsequently, I think the challenging part of it is how do we again tackle the retail environment in Singapore where the pilferage of the retail and services goes into JB. And we hope and we encourage our members to continue on the direction of creating experiential retail in Singapore so that consumers in Singapore or even tourists in Singapore come here as a go-to place. And then if you want to do all your basic necessity or buy a little generic products, you will do it in Malaysia.
Can you give us some ideas or paint a picture of what experiential shopping looks like?
Branding is very important. If you go to, let's say, Ya Kun, what do you want? You want a cheap cup or inexpensive cup of local coffee that tastes good, and you have this creating this coffee shop environment by this aircon. That's experiential. So a lot of platforms, they are already creating this experiential, but nobody notices it. So each company have to rethink their business model to capture the heart of a person or the taste bud of the person with the heart in mind.
Okay, and finally, Ani, what is your outlook for the retail sector this year in 2025?
We need to rethink as a retail association, as retailers, to move forward. We hope that the government see the retail industry as not just a GDP contribution to the economy and take it into more of a social part of it, and also for the consumer experiential part of it, that they are able to help us ease off certain cost pressure so that we are able to push through a period where we reinvent ourselves. And 2025 and 2026 is a turning point. And if we as a retail industry do not do change, we will feel that the industry will be facing a lot of challenges.
And to keep shoppers coming in, brick-and-mortar retailers are increasingly introducing interactive elements in their stores. These include allowing customers to test products or tapping technology to help them make decisions. Some firms say such tactics have boosted their sales.
Buying a table isn't just about the look and feel of it. This local furniture shop says sometimes customers aren't sure if the dimensions would fit their space. So Commune came up with a 3D visualization platform, which allows customers to upload their floor plans and see for themselves how the different furniture pieces would look like in their homes.
Our key goal is to simplify decision making and enhance the overall shopping experience. Most of our customers feel excited, relieved and appreciative that they could actually see this before buying the furniture, and this gives them the confidence to go with their choices, making the whole process much more interactive and personalized.
For this baby care store, it installed a ramp in the middle of its shop space that simulates various road surfaces. Parents can test strollers for maneuverability or check if they fit in an airplane's overhead compartment before buying these products. Since introducing these experiential elements at retail stores, Mothercare says its sales have increased by at least 20%.
Customers are able to experience hands-on and more practical on using the products to understand further before their purchase. It's always easier to put on carrier without a baby. Weighted dolls allows customers to have the real feel of how they could put on the carrier with the baby.
In its next phase of experiential retail, the firm says it is exploring using virtual reality. One market watcher says tapping on such tech like augmented reality and AI-driven recommendations has become even more important for retailers now, as customer expectations have changed.
E-commerce is here to dominate for convenience, but people still crave human interaction, emotional engagement, exploring the physical space, interacting with people. That's why I would say experiential retail gives the store a way to differentiate themselves and to remain relevant in the digital environment.
He adds that customers today value engagement and personalization, and so retailers need to focus on transforming the in-store experience for shoppers.